Hello, everybody. I am your Immortal Afro Josh, and you are watching Immortal Afro Gaming, where we will make gaming niche again. Guys, I gotta be 100% with you in today's video. I've been having a hard time maintaining the drive to create videos surrounding the news of the current gaming industry, primarily because I just don't care. Let me break this down in a way that's, feasible. So when it comes to the modern video game industry, we often see a lot of nonsense. And that's not to discount any of the good things. There's plenty of good things to be covered in the gaming industry. But I find that the primary focus is largely placed on the negative, whether it be constant re-releases or bad business practices. The list goes on. And I feel like it's having a negative effect on me personally, because the more I look into stories that I think I want to cover, the less I care about covering them because of how overwhelmingly negative my reaction to them is. For example, the whole thing with Blizzard, or the case with Sony doing what they do with the current games they have. And it's just tiring. It's boring. And a lot of the things I realize that I care about are mostly rooted in the past. But at the same time, I don't want to be, I say this, but I don't want to be that old guy. Like, oh, back in my day when things were greater, things were better, yeah, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Because I'm sure, like anyone else, they're tired of hearing people constantly complain about how things were better, even though, just to put this in there, they were objectively better. But instead of just doing that, I thought I should go a different direction with my content. That's not to change from my previous video about game reviews. I still want to do game reviews and all that good stuff. However, the primary focus of my channel, I think, is what needs to be addressed to get me out of this constant rut of no uploads for months at a time. My problem with inconsistency, and that is to find something that I genuinely care about when it comes to gaming. And that may be that what I need to do, what I want to do, is more than just talk about trends in the gaming industry and how bad they are and how we need to move away from them, but instead create that new trend. So in this video, I spent a lot of time thinking about this, by the way, several months. I've talked with a few of my friends about it in great detail. And over that course of time, I feel like I have been slowly refining and pulling together what it is I want to do. And this project that I want to embark on, I want to share as the primary focus of my channel long term, with the things on the side being covering anything or having any hot takes or game reviews. And that is Project ND. So to give you a quick rundown, because I won't be able to cover all of it here, since this project that I'm conceptualizing is going to take years for it to come into fruition, given my current understanding of game development and what have you. But to kind of give you the short version, Project ND is what I believe should happen in the gaming industry, where a subculture should be born amidst the current industry and its malpractice and what have you. And that subculture should include people who have similar interest in building a new direction for gaming. And the way to do that, in my opinion, is to start over, start fresh, wipe the slate clean, Thanos snap it, whatever you want to call it. Start over, get a new sheet of paper, and restart the gaming industry as we know it. Because the gaming industry that I grew up with in the 90s, we started in the 8-bit era. Well, I did. Of course, gaming was far earlier than that. But from what I can remember, since I'm a 90s kid, is that there was an 8-bit era with the NES, then the 16-bit era, the Sega Genesis, and they moved their way on up to 3D. what I am posing is that with our current understanding of technology and how accessible a lot of these resources are to the average person who has any level of interest, is that we restart the gaming industry on our terms. Now, I understand that this won't be for everyone, and that's kind of the point, because the current mantra for the gaming industry is that games are for everyone. And I have to say, I don't agree with that, not one bit, because we run into a lot of the issues that we see on the daily in the current gaming industry. And that leads to why I just do not care to cover some of the information or stories that I see, because I would just be endlessly complaining. And as one of my subscribers says, well, it will make sense. Don't make a channel with your content being to complain about the complainers. That's not what I want to do. And it really feels like that's what I would have been doing as far as covering certain stories or whatnot. But instead, I want to create. And in order to create, I have to learn. And I want to use my channel as a vehicle for this journey into the future in the hopes of creating a new option, a new alternative subculture in gaming. And that means new games, new consoles, new experiences that are completely divorced from the current gaming industry. Now, in this video, I'll just keep it short and simple. That's pretty much the short version, a summarized take on what it is that I want to do. And I will be basing all of my primary content around that, as well as any some projects that will lead up to it. So this video is just to kind of give you guys an understanding of what I've been thinking about over the past several months, and why my content is so inconsistent. I apologize for that, but it's taken a long time for me to kind of get an understanding of what kind of YouTuber or content creator I want to be. And so now I feel pretty confident that this is the way forward for my channel. Now, if that's something that you want to be a part of or want to see, I would appreciate your subscription. If not, I completely understand. But that will be the new direction moving forward. The primary focus will be on Project ND and any and everything I can do to develop and create a new subculture in gaming to get away from the current nonsense that is the gaming industry. A complete divorce, if you will, so that we can bring gaming back to the way it was. This is why I use the tagline to make gaming niche again, because gaming in its current form, while I'm sure the money is great in certain, in many aspects for many different developers, publishers, I can't stand the cancer that comes associated with it. I'll be focusing more on independent game companies, developers, and games. And as I make my way into learning the ins and outs of game development, take my own stab at trying to develop my own games, software, hardware, so on and so forth. But that's it, everybody. I don't want this video to be too long, just to kind of give you an understanding of where my mind has been and why uploads have been so spotty. A lot of this stuff I talk about in my live streams, which I'll be doing more of, but I'll be organizing them on my channel so that you won't have to worry about running into so many. I'll put them in playlists for you. But that's the short version of it, guys. Please, thank you for understanding. Thank you for watching. If you're still subscribed, I appreciate your subscription. And please look forward to more from your Immortal Afro Josh. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload. Take care.